Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. This is a match preview for Everton v Newcastle United at home on Thursday night. A game I've been dreading for a while, to be honest. Just because I have a horrible feeling that everything's going to go wrong in this game. I feel like the main reason is Anthony Gordon. He came close to scoring for Newcastle United in the last game against Tottenham, the 6-1 win. And I just have a feeling with all the media backlash and all the stick Everton fans have been giving him, I have a horrible feeling it's going to come back to haunt us. We've had many scenarios in the past where things have happened. You're like, it's only Everton this could happen to, and to sink us further into relegation. I'm getting a disgusting feeling that he's going to do something. It's going to be a match I would like to forget for a very long time. And I'm sorry this isn't very positive, but it is what it is. Could I be a bit more positive and optimistic if you have the likes of Onana? I think Decore's back for this game, I think. And Calvert-Lewin. Potentially, yes. It's the hope that kills you, though. And this game, regardless of who we got available, it's a very, very tough game for Everton Football Club. And a defeat here will leave us in a perilous position. Personally, if you could say to me a couple of months ago, is this worse than last season? I would have said no. The foundations and with Dyche and just the squad looked overall better. So the defence last year was horrendous, and the midfield wasn't too great as well. The attacking players saved us eventually. But this season, I feel like all over, we are not better, but we are overall a more solid team. And if we had a main striker, if we had Dominic Calvert-Lewin fit all year, I don't think we'd be where we are. I'm going to be honest with you. Regardless of what we think about these players, and even Dominic Calvert-Lewin himself, we've struggled without Richarlison. You could say Gordon in a way because he's a different player, even though I don't rate him, and I think he overly thinks he's better than what he is, and he could still prove that. Hopefully not against us, but we've just lost a lot of attacking options without replacing any. Well, replacing it with Neil Maupay and bringing Ellis Sims back in a desperation move. Yes, he scored the great goal against Chelsea, but without a real focal player up front, you're going to struggle in this league. And apart from the defence in the past few weeks, they've been relatively good. There's teams like Tottenham around us who have conceded as many as us, yet they're fighting for Champions League. So, yes, defence win your leagues, defence get you to where you want to be, but you need attacking players to keep it in games. Not keep it in games, to get you back from games that you could potentially be losing, like a 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. You have to rely on your attacking players to get you somewhere. And a lot of these players haven't contributed enough, and you've got the likes of Newcastle are absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. They are doing what Everton should have done. Be smart with their investment. Don't get rejected players from other clubs, and build a solid foundation across the whole club and the whole team. A balanced and an ideology of where they want to go and how they want to do it. And where Everton is basically a case study to everyone else, not to how not to run a club and how to not invest in players, certain type of players. And yeah, I'm jealous of them. Of course I am. I'm not going to deny that. I would love to be where they are. I've never seen my team third in the league fighting for Champions League apart from one season or two. And destroying teams like Tottenham 6-1. I'll say it's more of the downfall of Tottenham and the whole recruitment process and the way they managed and handled Conte and his sacking and replacing him with Stellini or whatever his name is. Same ideology and same, I forgot the word for it, but basically just had the same ways about what Conte had and philosophy, that's it. And it provided the same results, even worse. And I think it was more to do with them than Newcastle being great. Newcastle scored some great goals. You know, there's a Willock pass to Isaac, who we have to really watch out for. It was a brilliant goal. There's just some of them where it was really, 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 really poor from Tottenham. And I'm not going to be too fearful. I don't think they're going to do that to us, Newcastle. As we've seen, they have struggled. Apart from that game, well, maybe a few weeks beforehand, you would have said they're starting to struggle in front of goal. Too many draws. But they've found an way again. I'm hoping in my head we can do something about this, and we're getting to the point now where we really have to pick up a win from somewhere, and we haven't got many home games left. The loss to Fulham to me is still by far the worst result since Dyche come in. The most concerning result. Everything we've built on with Dyche completely fell out the window in that game. You could say we had the chances, and this is why not having a player up top. If Calvert-Lewin played in this game, you never know. But he didn't. And at the end of the day, we lost 3-1 to Fulham, who to me was on a downfall. And we picked them right back up, and then they go and win a game after that. So, I don't know where we're going to go from here. I think if we lose, to me, as many other Evertonians, there's an acceptance that this club could be going down. And who knows, it could be the worst or the best thing that could have happened to us, in a sense, to turn this club around, because all we're going is down. It's a downfall trajectory. There's nothing positive about the club apart from the stadium. But I couldn't give a flying fuck about the stadium. I'd rather the stadium just be on hold for a number of years and we just sort the club out first, because the club is on a downward spiral and it's only going one way. If we beat Newcastle, of course there'll be a bit more hope. But it's still very tight at the bottom. I don't think it's going to be 36 points. I think it's going to be a bit more to stay up. And the Newcastle game is just one of the games we need to win. You know, it doesn't mean it's all over from there. We can start looking up. We're fucking still right in it. And it's only us. And Leeds and Leicester on right now. I think it's 1-1. I'm not too sure. I'm not watching it. And 2, can't be focusing on other clubs around us. We've got to do our own job. If we do our own job, we are out of here. We are staying in the league, and no matter what happens, and no matter what happens to the other clubs around us, that's the main thing. We've got to focus on ourselves. It might sound cliche. You probably hear the players saying this as well, and the manager. The only way you can get out of this is to do it yourself. If you win all them games, we could finish mid-table. You know what I mean? It's that tight. But, well, not mid-table, but top of the bottom half of the table. You know, it's all to do with your own work and what you do on that pitch yourself. You can fear about the others around you, but you need to help yourself first before hoping from help from others to do the job for you. And this is not what the club should be relying on. This is not what we should be like. We should be like, this is Everton Football Club. We should be nowhere near that. Well, in terms of recent years, yes, we should be. But in general, the size of clubs, like the 7th or 8th biggest club in England, in terms of trophies and whatnot, we should not be anywhere near that bottom 3. And I can't believe we're going through this again. I really hoped in the summer that things will get sorted out. I was a bit more positive coming into the season. I thought, it's just one of them seasons where everything just went wrong. Think about the season prior, it wasn't too bad. We had hiccups there and there, but we never went that bad like we did last season. I thought it was just a one-off. I was hoping it was. It hasn't. And it makes me realise how much more work we've got to do. And I said the Newcastle game is just going to be, we have to win. I can't take a draw. I know a point is a point. I get it. But we don't fucking do anything away from home. There's other teams around us, like Nottingham Forest, and others like that. Well, actually, just us and Nottingham Forest can't win away from home. We are relying on our home form, and that's where I think it's going to go down to us and Forest. Leeds are capable of winning at home and away. Everyone else is. Unless we do something in the last few games away from home. But in every Evertonian's mind, our home form is the main one, and Newcastle's just not going to be an easy test. I can't even be asked going on about the Newcastle lineup. We know they're fucking dangerous. They're dangerous all over. Murphy's doing Stevie G fucking goals out of nowhere now. You know, you've got to be looking out for Murphy as well on the pitch, and anyone else, all of them contribute. They're better than us in every department, and the only way we're going to get through this is just through determination and just luck as well. They're gonna have chances. Hopefully luck swings our way and just gets us out of this, and hopefully gets us a big win and boosts our confidence again, knowing that this little downward spiral in form at the moment has gone out the window. I know it can change easily the next game after that, but we have to win because other teams around us are doing it and we're starting to fall. Yeah. Prediction. I could be the most, well, I am the most unpositive person you can meet right now about Everton Football Club. But all of a sudden, you can pull out a result of nowhere. Sorry, I just stopped the recording. Shit camera, I know. It could easily be 2-1 Everton. A dogged result. It looks all the worst that we're not going to win this game because of what Newcastle did in the other game and their recent form. But we could pull it out the bag. But then also we could get smashed absolutely fucking 4-0. We just don't know. We don't know. We're never going to know because it's Everton Football Club. Never bet on this team. Please don't do it. I'm going to say 3-1. Oh, God, no. I'm going to say 2-0 Newcastle. That's just in my head. And I think Anthony Gordon's going to have a very good game. And it's going to fucking rile the fans up. And it's going to be protest after the game. I don't fucking know. I'm just not feeling very positive about this. I really wish it did. You could say some positives out of the Palace game that we didn't get beat. And we got a point away from home. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you all on Thursday with my reaction. I'll be watching the game as well and hope that Everton can get to 31 points and it'll make me feel a lot better. Good night.